Buenos días. Buenos días. Morning, good morning. Let me know if you can hear me and see the screen. Boa tarde. What's up, K Dirk? Where are you living currently? Eu sou. Eu sou. Eu sou Lucci. What is it? Eu? Eu sou. Romeo, loud and clear. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. Porto area. What does that mean? Portugal? Portugal? Or what does Porto mean? Good morning, JB. Alex Trefon, good morning. Carson, good morning. Christian Rodriguez, good morning. We got a good amount of news here this morning to talk about. We'll get to it in a second. Drew, good morning. That are we. There we. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Thursday, January 11th. John Smith, good morning. How you doing, man? You calmed down after that? After yesterday, man? I know that NVIDIA had you fucking all over the place. Jose Castro, good morning. John Smith, and let's long this shit. Tom Lynch is saying, I met you in Vegas and you were a dick. Acted like you were the shit. Was I? Wow. I mean, is that a bad thing, Tom Lynch? Bruce, good morning. Tom Lynch, how was I a dick? John Smith is saying nailed long and short spy. Did you really? So you've been active here this morning. Tim, good morning. All right, let's get into this. I don't know where the boys are at, but I think Ron Chair just popped in. So we'll see if we can get him. We can see if we can get him out. Ron Chair, can you hear us?
I can hear you. What's cracking?
Nice. Good morning. We're about to get into it here.
Yeah, sorry. I was, you get one of these economic reports, and I'm just out there, lollygagging, reading shit, and I'm like, oh, it's time to get on.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of all these economic reports, let's talk about them. I mean, the first one here, we got to talk about the inflation here. Came in slightly hotter than economics had expected. And if we take a look at SPY here, I mean, we're going to talk about Netflix. Netflix, I think, is the most interesting gap up. We'll talk about that in a second. If you take a look at SPY, SPY is basically where we closed yesterday. So it's more or less flat. We've been wavering here up and down here for the pre-market session after the inflation numbers came out. So yeah, these guys are saying the same thing. The fact that we're not down, I think, is pretty bullish. The next piece of news we want to dive into is the SEC approving the spot Bitcoin ETFs. If you take a look at crypto here, we're already trading 48, almost 48 now on BTC. If we go to the individual names here, meaning the crypto names, the Mara, the fucking coin, and all this kind of stuff. Surprisingly enough, the Coinbase is not popping off. But what about these actual BTC ETFs, right? GBTC is looking pretty good this morning. MSTR, surprisingly enough, too. I don't understand this with the rising price of BTC, why this thing can't get a bid. But I guess we'll talk about that later. Ethereum has been the stronger out of the pack, though. Ethereum is now moving really aggressively, going from 2,300 to about 2,600. So this thing, is moving pretty strong here, taking the whole ERC20 complex up pretty well along with it. Okay, so I think there was 7 approved ETFs here. Let's take a look at this. The agency gave the green light to multiple financial firms to offer spot Bitcoin ETFs, including asset management giants like BlackRock, Fidelity, and Franklin Templeton that cater to retail investors. Until now, only Bitcoin futures had SEC approval. Bitcoin prices have shot up on SEC approval, more than doubling since last year. Blah, 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 blah. What's an ETF? And this is all whatever. Okay. So that's the news out there on the crypto stuff. So we'll keep watching those individual names there. Netflix here. Netflix ad-supported tier has reached more than 23 million global active users per month. And Netflix been going up and down off news of its ad situation, so to speak, for a good amount of time now. This seems to be some pretty solid news. Of Netflix customers on ad-supported plans, 85% of are streaming on the platform for more than 2 hours per day. That's kind of disgusting. I mean, the people that are on the ad-supported plans, 85% of the customers are streaming on the platform for more than 2 hours per day. Let me just say that again. 2 hours per day. We are fucking pathetic, man. Insider intelligence report projected last month that Netflix is set to pull ahead of Disney Plus in the race for U.S. advertising dollars next year, as price hikes and a password sharing crackdown pull more viewers to its ad-supported plan. Anyways, just take a look at the stock, right? This thing is up 12 points, I think, already. 14 points in a complete. Remember, this is an illiquid environment here, and remember, all the other fat man names have gone back to their recent highs. This thing is pretty damn close. We're talking about maybe a $500 thing. Most of the move here has already happened. Maybe you can get a dip buy to buy this thing. GJT, quick shout out here in the room here, talking about all the approved BTC, Bitcoin ETFs, and reported fees. So you got VanEck, Fidelity, BlackRock. These are all the big, money managers out there for retail here. So that's pretty impressive. So that you got as well. All right. So we take a look at that Netflix too. Tesla's got some news out. I don't know, some other problems they have. And I mean, if you look at this Tesla, it's the weakest name out of the pack here. We're trading down to 230 off the open here. It's looking like news. Let's see. Tesla, Hertz. Hertz has a loss on its EV fleet, and they blame Tesla pricing decisions. What's happening to that stock? Maybe HTZ. Let's take a look at it. Hertz. Hertz is down a little bit off the open because of that as well. Okay. Anyways, so those are decent news here that I can see off the open here. Guys, throw us your ideas or anything that you're currently taking a look at. I like the idea of a Netflix dip buy, and then just continue to sit there and look for dips on friggin' SPY, man. I mean, you know what they did at the end of the day yesterday? I mean, they ran that 20 handle program down, shook everybody out. Those are the places where you want to get involved. That's where you can get actual action, movement on your calls, movement on something. Most of the day it was just dead. Just grind up, just kind of shit action until that 2:00 program up, which, by the way, retraced the whole way just so they could rally it right back up, and they're doing that a lot. And every time they run those programs down, people think, okay, we're at the top. Case in point, you look at BTC, the move from 45,000 to 41,000 in like that. And then now we're looking at 48,000, so BTC is doing the same damn thing, right? Silver's, I think, one of the guys in our chat room here, he's got a line out for all-time highs on SPY, which is, 500 on SPY? It's really not that much. Said it was like 3.5%, 4%. 4% away in this kind of market, man, where everything's fucking going higher, that really is not that much. It ain't that much. I think Wall Street Jesus might be out today, or he might be in. Ron Chero, let's kick it over to you. What are you taking a look at this morning?
Just to kind of reiterate your those numbers, CPI inflation rate rises to 3.4 above expectations of 3.2. CPI inflation fell to 3.9 above expectations of 3.8. And, what else do you want me to say other than NVIDIA keeps going fucking higher? So I'm looking at, and if you check out the screen, one of the actually very cool evolutions of what's happening with the GEX tool that Norris and the boys are working on is now what they've done is given it the ability, instead of toggling back and forth to look at the GEX tool, to stick it right on the freaking chart every single day it refreshes. So I don't even have to go look at it. I can see NVIDIA is going to open right on the GEX major resistance call wall. So if they pop through this thing and the GEX call wall goes up, like I've got this thing right in front of me. So I'm actually really stoked about what these guys are working on. It the shit just keeps getting easier to more intuitive and right in front of you on the dashboard instead of having to go run around and look for it. But this NVIDIA is just keeps on chugging higher. So we're right here. I'm looking for this thing. If it punches through, I mean, like you said, it's just going to be one of those things where everybody, the capitulation buying, which is already there. And I said this thing could go on like an 8-10 day heater. It's right in the middle of it. So I'm just riding this rocket on NVIDIA. I still got some SMCI, the Amazon long-term long, Costco long-term long, and Celsius are currently what I have. I like this Microsoft breakout. I'm really interested in this Netflix move higher as well. So that's kind of what I got on my radar. That's a lot. It doesn't sound like it, but it's a lot. But that's what I'm focused on this morning.
All right. Sounds good. What do you guys got? As you can see, SPY's already turning back up, which we kind of figured. Anybody who's slinging ES here this morning here has got some decent ranges to play off of. But other than that, I think we just continue to go higher. If we take a look at that Walmart that we were messing around with yesterday, it's not really doing much. If you take a look at these banks are just kind of under the weather, so to speak. Bank of America is under that 30 area that I wanted to short into. But again, you got earnings coming out, so I don't think it's wise to play any of these. Microsoft 380. Oh, I forgot about Microsoft here. Microsoft again just gapped through that 385 level. The call wall was at that area yesterday, and again, Microsoft is at recent 52-week highs. Yeah, Kate Dirk is. Ron Cher is not going to put on an iron condor on Tesla. I guess not yet. At least not yet. I don't know.
Yes, so we talked about Tesla yesterday as being a good iron condor setup, and what I said was wait for the inflation data to come out and then evaluate it then. So as you can see right now, look at Tesla. It's right at the bottom of the channel, and there's all kinds of support if they don't support it here and they really beat it up, it has potential to definitely go lower, but still stuck inside of a range. So remember, iron condors, we use them for two things. Number one, premium collection on stuff that is stuck sideways. Number two, when all of you all are having ridiculous arguments about it's going higher, no, it's going lower, well, it's going, like freaking Elon Musk has a new girlfriend, so it's going higher, and like all that stupid shit. And Iron Condor just allows you to sit there and let all y'all have your dumb arguments. And then when it finally picks a direction, I flip on whichever leg is giving me pain and I ride the direction. So on Tesla, it's not about, oh, did you get it right or wrong? It's about sitting there and waiting for it to make a decision. And we're kind of at an inflection point price-wise. So you gotta have soft hands when you're freaking got the puck around the net, man. So that's kind of where we're at on the Tesla Condor.
All right, Netflix here already is trading at 500, so I don't even know what meat on the bone here you can even get. These options opened up with a spread of ridiculousness, so I don't even think you can trade this. So I'm gonna just leave this until later on. If you take a look at Apple, retraced everything, SPY retraced everything. We already know the deal here, guys. Sit, wait, sell some puts. That's about it. That's what I got. That's what I got. The swings here continue to pay out if you're in the right names here. So rolling, as Ron Sherrill always preaches, seems to be the way. Netflix $500 is already coming here. Are you shitting me? 20 points. 21 points. Como si no fuera nada. Wow. And then I guess we got no Wall Street Jesus today, but we'll make do without him. You guys can see the flow coming in on your screens here. You're seeing some Q bets opening up for February, though. I wouldn't get too cocky on those. Tesla puking, I wouldn't really. There's a good amount of people who try to go long this, who I'm assuming are sticking out on this thing, just waiting for it to continue higher. Oil here had an interesting gap up and is, currently looking strong. The individual names, though, are shit. Peloton, by the way, under $6, so that thing was a complete fail. John Smith has started puts on NVIDIA. Good luck on that. I think you get good scalps, though. I think you can get good scalps as long as you take it off, man. Like, if you get a good scalp, just take it off. Both sides kind of thing, off the open. Remember, guys, chill off the open here. You don't have to run into anything right now. You don't have to. Eli Lilly trading around 630. Again, this is all overnight and off the open, frantic type of activity. Malandrino is asking you, what about an Iron Condor on Boeing, considering its new range under 230?
It's still a little raw. I think you got to let it settle in. I don't mind it. It's not a bad idea. The question is, are you going to get paid enough to make it worth your while? So you got to dig into the wings. This is day 3 of it. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Right. Microsoft here, 388. An incredible 2-day run on this thing. Incredible. Absolutely incredible 2-day run on this thing, man.
Wicked breakout.
Wow. Q's is where you're seeing most of the action here, as usual. Magnificent 7, as they say. Walmart here is trading 161.5. It did hit 162, so this thing is still working. By the way, if you take a look at MasterCard and Visa, both of those names are continuing up today as well.
Look at Uber.
And again, Uber. Let's take a look at Uber. Yeah. Uber at highs. This looks like every other chart. That dip there, everybody went short, and now people are getting smoked. Playoff Rondo was talking about Netflix. Welcome. I think you're a little bit late.
I think Netflix has any of those dip by possibilities, Luch. Any dip, right? It could be one of those.
It could be one of those. It could be one of those, similar to what Microsoft was yesterday, and similar to what all this other stuff was yesterday. John Smith is saying, "I know this setup on NVIDIA. Do you now?" Do you now? Check out Amazon.
I
out Amazon.
appreciate where are we at on Amazon?
Amazon's on a motherfucking heater.
Good.
Take profits. Saying you called out Microsoft at the put wall 2 days ago. I looked at that point, big return. However, I did the same with Tesla. God save me. I mean, hey, you know, hopefully the wins on Tesla saved you from, this other shit. Now, in regards to SPY, we could easily just keep trekking higher, man. But again, it's not just an all out just buy the highs type of market situation, especially if you're trying to scalp and do all that kind of stuff. If you're still holding a swing, fuck it. Take profits and roll them. Pinterest here back on the heater. Let's take a look at NVIDIA here. NVIDIA headed back to highs. Yeah, Microsoft 3. Oh my God, 390. You remember when Rontero yesterday was talking about, buy the 390s? Yep. And here we are.
Roll
Literally,
down.
Here we are. 15 points higher on Microsoft in 2 days. And you remember, this is one of the thickest stocks that you can trade. It's nuts. Shopify here up another point. Again, this is all just continued moves higher. Continued moves higher. Apple is still kind of Apple is still the laggard. You know what I mean? Of course, you add Tesla into the mix. Tesla here is at lows, 228. Would I short it? Nah. I don't have the balls. Jesus here just flagged some SPWR, which is a solar name. It's looking like you're getting some put sweepers on that solar name. Google here, they're going after the February first week 155s. Playoff Rondo's talking about the miners here. Remember, BTC is still moving. You know what I mean? So BTC is doing the same thing the market is. All right? It's doing the same exact thing the fucking market is. All right? So, act accordingly. 502 on that Netflix. There was your dip buy at 498. You'd think you're going to get a bigger one, but you didn't. And that thing is going. I mean, guys, again, if you missed all this, you can sell the puts. Remember, you can always sell some puts. That's always part of the wheelhouse here, if you missed it. If you missed it. Ranchero, let's get that P&L screen up. Michael here saying kill this Netflix. Nice job on the Netflix there, Michael. Nice job, buddy. Take a look at Walmart. Walmart is there. Tesla saved it. Nitric oxide is talking about. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Blah, AMD back over to 150. No surprise. Take a look at the Melly here, 1613. Still looking good. And yeah, guys, I'm going to just kind of wait. And you know what I really want to wait for? Take a look at Apple. What I really want to wait for is the programs that they run on SPY to work people in and out and then fade the programs. I think that's a great spot to sit in. I think that's what, our man Silvers does all fucking day. Daniel here is talking about, I don't like the way how the premiums move on Adobe. Adobe's a tough one. Adobe is a tough one to play. I'm going to run to the bathroom here real quick, guys.
Hey, I'm going to switch. I'll show you. Actually, I'll wait for Lucci to get back because I want him to see the screen. Watching right now what I'm watching. I've got a bunch of stuff just sitting here that I've decided instead of to scalp in the small account, I've decided to trade in the other account and just let it breathe. And that is on the SMCI and the NVIDIA CELH. And then long term, I've got the Amazon and the Costco. So Amazon on the long-term trade, the original thought, and this is when you're sitting in this thing long-term, it comes back to having a combination of patience for the long and then looking at it and seeing what you can get away with trading on a short-term basis. So this is where we rolled the leap for the second time. And what I'm looking for a roll again is kind of up at this 195, 196 area. Lucci, back. I want
Yeah.
to show you something, Lucci.
Okay.
So Norse,
What you got?
and again, working on some cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is something called Trader Sync, and this is so
Mm-hmm.
much better than any kind of
Yeah, the
tool.
journal.
It's so much better than what Interactive Brokers has to offer. So, here's a little preview of what the small account looks like just based on some initial data.
Okay.
So you can see, what are the trades? What am I scalping? What are the sizes? And you can see where, it's good. And you can see like this Amazon, this thing went to shit. And you can see things like, well, show me the detail of that trade. Let me see what happened in that
Yeah.
trade. All right, well, let's take a look at it. So, here's where the buys and the sells were. Look, it populates. What happened? Why did that trade go wrong? I was in the right place at the right time. I had to sell it. Why? Because some motherfucker knocked at my door and I had to fucking meet with this guy. And this is exactly the move I was looking for right here. And I had to sell the fucking thing. So it's actually a really useful tool to figure out why. Like Norse's comment was like, hey, maybe you don't trade in the afternoon. And I was like, motherfucker, somebody showed up at my door. I had to close the position. Right. So it's actually a really cool view. And
Yeah.
I like this detail way better than the bullshit that Interactive Brokers provides. So
Yeah.
in addition to seeing the P&L, you're going to get to see all of this stuff too. So that's a
Yeah.
little
We
preview.
know the owners of Trader Sync. Guys, take a look at Netflix here. Quick flush on Netflix here. You might get a dip buy there on that one. BTC continues to move. BTC trading 48.5, 48.5 on BT Sizzle. On BT Sizzle. All right. Continuing the moves up there. Take a look at Amazon, Google. They've since faded from the highs. Um, let's take a look at that Boeing. Boeing back down to 226 here. Quite that, that range is sticking. Tesla here 230. Again, I'm still kind of waiting on people to get squeezed in this thing. If you take a look at Apple here, Apple not looking too hot here. So some of the techs here are kind of selling off. Is it enough to actually sell this market? I fucking doubt it. But what do I know? John Smith, how you doing on that Nvidia there, buddy? Bunsal was saying, if you missed it, just sit on your hands. Better to be out than get killed by doing dumb shit. Bunsal, that's I would agree there. John Smith is saying, I would never share shit here anymore. Are you all right, man? Why are you getting so emotional, bro? I'm asking you how you doing. Like I'm legit asking you how you doing. Like I'm not hating. You all right, man? These emotions, man. That's what they do to us, bro.
It's
They
a
have us.
difficult business.
They have us thinking people are hating on us when they're really not hating on it. That's what social media, by the way, is all about. John Smith, nice trade, man. As you said, you know the pattern. Um, Short-term trading is saying Lucci Tesla scalp long. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Nice fade Nvidia, John Smith. Nice, bro. Makes up for some of the losses. I would assume. Goldman Sachs is saying any weight to opening prints. There was about 800,000 shares on Tesla right at the open. Nah, man, because there's news out, you're gonna have a lot of that action right at that morning print.
Maybe you get a gap fill on the NVIDIA down to 544.
Spy dump here.
SMC, I don't care. All right, here's your dip on Netflix. Let's see what they do, Luch.
I understand like this is an office space, but I've heard like the guys here, like they're living in like apartments, right? Where they're living.
So I'd look at, on the Netflix, I'd look at next week already, like Gen 19505s.
Sorry here. I had to dump on this dude that just came into the office here. Right there. Fucking guy. Hello. You guys can hear me, right? BTC 49,000. 49,000. Spy here is rolling down. Mara, of course it's strong, man. You got the BTC now. Spy leaning towards the lows of the session here. Microsoft overtakes Apple as the most valuable firm by market cap. Wow. And Netflix here, you got a dip buyer here. Somebody's buying the 510s on the Netflix here. I like those.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right. I was saying, I don't know if this the whole thing blew up. I was saying dip by the Netflix next week
Yeah.
505s.
Next week, 505. Let's take a look at what that call. It's trading about $5 here.
Yep.
So far, SPY's kind of weak. Apple's kind of weak. It's an interesting kind of rotation here we're seeing. I haven't shot yet, but obviously the BTC is the shit right now. Almost 49,000, 48.8 is trading. Ether's trading almost 2,700 here. So things are moving to the upside there on BTC. Meanwhile, we have some of the tech names here just kind of fading out. If you look at Google and Amazon, they've kind of faded off their highs. But again, we've seen this every day. Look at Microsoft, fades 5 points off the highs. That's impressive. That's impressive. That is real impressive. That NVIDIA, 545. John Smith is on a heater right now. And now he's not talking. I think he got his feelings hurt. Templog in right now. Lucci, I'm looking at PDD and Baba Leaps. Nice. Okay. Now, can we continue lower here? That's the question. All right, let's pull up this Gex tool here and see if we've populated enough here. Okay, we got a small bounce there on Netflix. That one worked out nicely. SOF is saying, "Why are you all cash, Lucy? You still looking for your groove?" That's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm trying to trade a lot less, a considerable amount less. Take a look at the Gex tool here. SPY is at the put wall, 476. So we'll take a look at that. And if we take a look at the Qs, I don't think this thing has reached the put wall quite yet. You want to keep an eye on the Tesla, of course. Tesla trading 229, no bounce here. All right. Q's 3X timeout. Oh, silvers was short from the highs, of course, apparently. Silvers went long, SPX down here. SOF. It's always much more fun when you're killing it. Yeah, man. Of course. Of course. Goldman Sachs and some of the other banks here continuing to see a small drop. If you take a look at that Netflix here, couldn't really pop. It just had that quick pop to 498 here and then had a 4-point drop.
Yeah,
this is dangerous.
That was the VWAP, by the way. Yeah, it is dangerous.
Okay. It's kind of dangerous right now. Daniel Delgado went long on the NVIDIA here. Yep. Yeah. Every single one of these program cells has come back to highs and then much. Okay, nice pop on that video there. SPY here couldn't really bounce. What do you think of the short here, Ron Shero?
I'd say be careful. That's
Lex Trader here is saying Coin Master dropped from its high of day, almost 10 points all over the place. Tricky to see Coin doing this after, with BTC trading at 48.5. I mean, it's very confusing, man. That makes things very, very confusing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to sit here and chill. I like the fact of buying SPY down here because we're at the put wall for a quick scalp bounce kind of situation. But, sellers are kind of, they kind of got something going here. Let's see if they can continue.
Bears have no heart. Don't get me wrong, you can make some money on the short side you have a day like that, and then what happens? The next day you're still in the middle of an uptrend. So if today's a down day, don't think it's the trend just falling apart and that you got something with more time to it. A short scalp, awesome, take it. But be careful, man. They've crushed every short in this market. And Lucci, you and I love shorting shit.
Yeah. Yes.
We do
another
well on the shorts.
Yep. Another reason why I'm not pressing the button, because Jesus, every time I fucking go short, we just rally right off. Silver's just saying let them take out before opening highs. 20-point dip on a 100-point rally is zilch. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but okay.
I don't either.
Chris Katie is saying looking for a lack of buyers rather than big sellers. Sure. Just kind of that soft, just kind of that softness up at the highs. Take a look at oil. Oil, continuing the strength, but again, individual names, not really. Yes, that is the Chris Katie. Meta relative strength. Remember, Meta's, still on the tear. And it's kind of just a small pullback here. I wouldn't even consider this a hefty one. 228 back on the Tesla. Big Christian here. You got some shout outs here for Chris Katie. Shout out Chris Katie, one of the best followers on Twitter. His commentary and quotables from the floor are awesome. Dark Brian, Chris Katie himself is lacking greatly too. SPY here, 476, just kind of holding. Silver's just saying stopped on his long runners. Moving trader short as anything today. This train will go all day. Mini bounces maybe. Say hello to 460s today. What? Who? The insanity of these people.
The audacity, the gall.
Moving trader is calling out for 460 on SPY today. Jesus. What is the setting issue what is the setting issue you want Ranch to do right now? Have him do it while we are on the stream, Nico. Okay. Dump here on SPY. Now we broke the put wall here. Now this gets interesting. This gets interesting. Okay, so where is SPX? I'd like to take a short now that we broke the put wall there. 470, 47. All right, I'm gonna wait for a little bit of a bounce here and see if I can add short. Tesla here. Tesla, yeah. Interesting. Carter is saying here's our move down to 460. That's two people. That's two people calling out 460 on SPY. You guys really think SPY can move 50 points in one day? Jesus. You guys are insane. Yep. Jesse is saying once Lucci gets short here, it will bounce to high of day. Get those longs ready. Okay. All right. Jesse's long right now, son. Are you long? You better be long right now, son. You better be long right now. Microsoft, Nvidia back down to lows. You know, this is interesting. All right, guys. I mean, I only got a one lot here. We just hit 475 and dumped here. Let me take it off. Unfortunately, it was only a one lot, but that was a good trade. Now let's park it and go for some more. I like the sell call idea now, though, but it's kind of too early. It's a little dangerous too to plug that. That was a nice short. 474.5. All the put walls are broken now. All of them are broken. On SPX, SPY, the whole nine, the whole complex here. And they all have moved down as well. So if you take a look at the GEX tool, the Gamma tool, it's a good amount of selling pressure here. Tesla, same thing. Same thing. Put wall here is at 225. You know, Apple here caved in. Microsoft here still trading around 385. All right, and Nvidia, the put wall is around 40. Guys, you got a big range on SPY. Big range here on SPY. Silvers is saying back up the truck and load long right around here. So, Silvers, is that where you at? Is that where you at? And Jesse, did you go long when I went short? Yeah, I'm just trying to see. By the way, the SPX options that I bought fucking doubled. It was a $10 option. It went to 20 here. That was a 20 handle dump. That is impressive. That's the first decent sell that we've seen in a long time here. Okay, I think the first thing I'm going to do is sell some calls. Let's at least start there. So let's sell the 4,800s. Sell the 4800s. We can at least get $1 for those. And I'll start that small. All right, we'll just sell 10 lot of those. All right. Serge is saying, what's the difference between the put wall and a regular? Well, again, put walls, this is a different, it's not support and resistance here. All right. This is actual volume that's going on that option and then where it moves to. Okay. So this is a read on gamma here. If you don't understand how to use this and what's going on here, this is also stuff that we push inside the room here. So again, get yourself a trial here of the Steamroom and start using the tool. Tesla here, you got some 165 puts somebody bought for a couple of weeks out. Look at this. Lotto tickets. A lot of puts getting bought here. Q puts here getting bought for the 404s, and that's for today. This guy's buying 404s for today and for lotto tickets, though, too. IWMs, you're getting bought for March. SPY here is getting pushed. 471s, those are lottos. So you're getting lottos on the Qs and the SPY. But again, these are lottos. Remember, these are lottos. Don't get too amped up about this shit. Natalia, what do you got over there? I sold some calls. Estoy buscando una entrada. Yo, that NVIDIA, man.
Dump.
Ooh, John Smith coming through. Shout out John Smith. He disappeared. Tom is saying, where can I sign up for the room? Looks like a bunch of profitable traders to follow into trades. There's a couple of hot shots in here, man. Tom is saying, where can he sign up? My team will go ahead and throw the link on the screen in front of you. All you got to do is go to sanglucci.com/live stream. Let us know if you can see the link. You should be able to. Week of 26 is Tesla for earnings. Daniel bought some Meta puts. I like the Fat Man short. You got to wait for some rallies here. This Microsoft is on a 9-point reversal here from the highs.
So
AMD 145. You know, that's some pretty impressive selling. We haven't seen that type of selling in a while here. NVIDIA, you got some bearish action now. Man, shout out to John Smith. Catching the highs, man. Catching the highs. I mean, if you keep shooting short every day, eventually you're going to hit it. Check out more lotto tickets. More lotto tickets for next week, 469s. Silver's just got stopped on longs. That's also an indicator for us. That's actually an indicator for us. It is. You know, usually
406.83. So you've broken through that, and now you're through the 1 sigma down at 408.27. So this could keep going.
Yes, sir. That is an indicator for us right there, because usually he's on the ranges. And those ranges work out. If they don't, maybe there's something here. So let's wait around. Let's wait around and see. John Smith is saying, I'm not shooting short every day. Don't compare me to that Bow scum. Who's Bow?
Bro,
that
take a breath,
26,000. I don't know, man. This dude's mad. You're mad at life, John. Why are you so mad, bro? Why are you so mad,
dog?
Bro?
Get a dog. Go hug your dog.
What did Gecko say in that movie?
And if you need a
and
friend,
if you want a and if you need a friend, get a dog. Oh, John Smith, he's a shorter Bow? I mean, I know who he is. You're calling him the faux guy? That's messed up. This dude's Vietnamese. He called him the faux guy. Oh, man. Oh man. Ah. Ah. Oh, it's too good. Oh, it's too good. CVNA, yep, coming in.
It's all coming in.
The phone guy. Ah. Speaking of pho, man, I need a nice soup right now with a good broth. Let me
Oh,
take
dude,
a
I
quick
had
trip
some
to
ramen
Hawaii.
yesterday at
Let me
lunch.
take a quick trip to Hawaii real quick.
Bro, I had a nigiri and ramen set for lunch yesterday. It was fucking
don't
awesome.
do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, bro. Don't do that to me. I mean, John Smith, you need to calm down, son. Yeah, you need to calm down for reals, bro. You as bad as Bruce right now, son. Amazon's still green, so that could be your lagging one here. Let's take a look at Google here. Google also flat. Now I think with 40 points in the bank already, now I think you gotta chill out a little bit.
Yeah, I think
Chill out and wait.
oftentimes when we're looking at this, like these cues, and I look at these, oftentimes when I see something like, hey, this could keep going, I can't tell you how many times when I say something like that, that's the spot where the shit bounces and goes the other way.
Right, exactly. John Smith calling out the Microsoft. Yeah, that Microsoft sick reversal from the highs, man, for real. Yeah, you have been reformed, Bruce, man. I'll give you that. Congratulations, man. How's it feel? How's it feel? How's it feel? All right, guys. So you see what I'm doing here. I mean, I got the short SPX. I stand to make a grand here on that if that goes to zero. You definitely top ticked it, John Smith. You top ticked it, man. But again, you know what I'm saying? What'd you do yesterday? So good or bad, it's all good, John Smith. You know what I mean? It's all good, bro. Meta here down about 3 here. Pins and Snap, they haven't really sold off yet. If you take a look at those, where's that Peloton? Peloton 570. 570. Damn. Shop also is another name that it's been real loose. Roblox here still green. Let's pull up that Nvidia here. You got a nice decent rally here. Let's see what SPY wants to do here. SPY is under the 474 put wall. It hasn't moved lower yet. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs put wall has moved over to about 405. Remember, we got a lot of lotto tickets sitting out there. Got a lot of lotto tickets sitting out there. You could kind of totally see them after now this 40 handle move down. Like, what are people feeling right now? You know what I mean? You got a lot of people who are trying to bounce it. You got a lot of people who are coming in and shorting right down here, because again, the fast and speedy moves is usually what everybody misses. So I'd keep it tight down here for a little bit. This is already, though. Remember, this is a Thursday. This is going to be a very exciting day here. This is going to be a very exciting day. It's only fucking 10:15 here, and look at the range that we have. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who's fucking scalping here, this is your day to stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. So guys, if ever there was a good day to get the trial here, today is that day. So if you've been on the fence, get it today. Sit in the room and let's play.
Lucci, what did you see the Qs? Didn't you say there were some lottos on Qs hanging around out there?
Yeah,
what strike were they
404s. 404s.
And look at where that put support is sitting. 404.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And again, they came in. They came in hot with that. Bruce is saying, is the trial free? Nope. Trial is not free. It's $8, so it's pretty much free, especially for you with that hot mouth of yours.
You hitting on him?
Yeah, I guess that didn't really come out solid right there. Yeah, it didn't really come out. Nana was saying, "What have I taken this far?" I've shorted the calls, and then I only got a one lot on some SPXs. Again, I'm still trading a little fearful here, but at 476, when we broke 476 is when I got short, and then just took 5 points basically on ES. John Smith is saying if Nvidia can go up $30, why can't it go down $30? 100%. And then the other thing that you have going for you, absolutely. The other thing you have going for you is the fact that nobody expects it. Goldman Sachs quietly is down 7 points. Today is the day they come in for the banks, and I'm not in it because I'm waiting for the earnings to come out. You see how much they fuck with us? This was the trade I was waiting for. What were you saying, Raj?
No, it's all good. I'm taking a little Nvidia long here to see how much pop we get out of this. Just a 10 lot feeler.
Okay. I like that. I like that. You got SPY here starting to come up a little bit. John Smith was calling out 543. Dark Brian, Eli Lilly. Look at Eli Lilly, guys. Ozempic. What's the is there an Ozempic song, man? There's got to be a little jingle or something, man. They got to have a little jingle to it. There is an Ozempic song.
It's like a little
song. Here we go.
Like a little World War II Third Reich Ozempic jingle. Little Oompa band.
So it's Ozempic. Oh.
I like it. All right, this Nvidia is popping here pretty good.
There you go.
So the VWAP gets you back up to 546. I don't know if it's got that much kick to it. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We will see. Let's throw a little fibber on it just to see if we can get an idea. Reverse that shit. Come on, keep up, little computer. All right, so 50% retrace lines up with the volume weighted average price, the VWAP. Shocker, not. These are tools which are very helpful to your trading performance. Okay, if we stall out here, I might just clean the profits. We'll see.
This would be weird. Maybe. Tobias is saying, so if today was a suspense movie, we'd be at the part where just when you think you made it out alive and get happy, another killer shows up. 100%, bro. 100%. You can feel it too, right?
It's the scary one, right? Before they freaking gouge your eyes out. The super scary one.
In reality, what you want to do is buy lottos for the call side. That's what you kind of want to do. Buy lottos for the call side. That gets you covered there if you are going to keep shooting short. Because if you get the lottos for the call side, if you're wrong here, you got your lottos here that'll come through for you.
All right, so Luch, our boy's telling us we got 10 minutes. And by the way,
yes, sir.
JB, when I'm sitting here saying I'm scalping something, I don't know if you flashed the P&L and what the trades were or not, but that's the kind of shit. If you want that, you got to be okay. You got to be paying attention to that.
Okay, where's BTC? Let's check in with BTC here. BTC trading 47.8. You got Ethereum trading 266, which is nothing here. 475 back on SPY, starting to go higher. Chris here is cheerleading his Mara put position here.
Of course he is.
Anytime anybody says boom, boom, you already know what is going on. I would highly recommend anybody who is in the chat room who says boom. Sometimes we can't help it, though. I agree. Sometimes we can't help it, because again, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's like, fuck, man. NVIDIA first day of selling in God knows how long. You know what I mean? It's exciting. You can't hold it. Can't hold it back. So you got to say something. You got to be like, yeah, bitch. Bitch. All right, we got 8 minutes here before we move into the steam room, guys. Get your trials. Today is going to be a day that you're going to want to sit around and hang out, and watch the flow here too. Flow is going to be really interesting, especially on these rallies here. If they punk these rallies, then we may have what the beginning of a trend day down is, which would be the first and only one that we have seen in in a whole month, probably longer.
Well, and that being the case, that goes back to like the bigger picture view, right? If it's one down day in the middle of an uptrend and you think that you found the top and it's going to roll over, that might not be the case. You might try for that short and you might just freaking fall off of the bike and kiss a curb, right? So be careful.
Yeah, K Dirk, you can't post on the trial because again, like we got to screen some people out. Like imagine if we had a ton of Bruces in there or a ton of John Smiths up in there. You know what I mean? Like there's that part of the chat room that unfortunately we have to be able to do because you know what I'm saying? You just got to be able to do it. One IV, thanks for the shout out, man. Thanks for the shout out. Anyways, SPY here kind of stalled out. I have a one lot of a short on SPX, a reshort here. Let's see what happens. Q names are stronger here. So if you take a look at here, already trading back to 491 here. If we just do a walk around the club here before we head out, Netflix already bouncing from the lows here. NVIDIA, decent bounce from the lows. That was like a 6-7 point bounce. Remember, the scalps are here. So you can catch the waves here. Very interesting. John Smith, what is your real name? I have a story actually for you.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I have a story actually here for you. And I'm going to just say it actually because we got 5 minutes left. You guys want story time or you want me to save it for later?
No, story time, bro.
You guys tell me. If you guys want story time, I'll hit you with a story before we leave. If you're not, it's all good. John Bones is saying steam room trial. Lucci, you gonna leave in the heart of the beach or the boat invite after I join? John, remember, it's not only me, bro. It's not only me. You know what I mean? You got everybody else in there, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not the only. All right, you guys want a story? All right, one of my best friends here in Puerto Rico. I had met him here in Puerto Rico. And we got along so well because we were just all over the place. He would just hit me up one day and be like, yo, let's go to the rainforest. Or, yo, I got a party over here. Or, yo, come talk to these girls with me. Or, it would be that kind of relationship. And he had a nonprofit down here. And one of the biggest nonprofits down here. So he was really well connected too. We kind of always suspected, I don't know, something was different with him. His name was John Williams. Johnny Williams is what he told everybody his name was. And I'm already kind of giving you hints of what's happening here. Anyway, so, I worked with him. We did toy drives all over the island. We did a lot of things together. And this was for years. And then one day, it comes out in the paper. Actually, I should say this first. I get a text from him, and he's like, possibly buy forever. He was like, yo, I'm in jail. possibly buy forever. He was like forever. And I'm like, what? I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Probably like an hour later, it comes out in the paper. And he was on his way to come to he was on his way to come to the office. Of course, we were about to go out or whatever. They had sent a special unit from Canada to find this guy. And it happened to be my boy, right? And it comes out that he was one of the heads of the largest gangs in Vancouver. And Templo, you've probably seen it in the papers or whatever. And if I've told this story before, then it's all good. You guys hear this story. And yeah, his name he used for his pseudonym, Johnny Williams. Right? So we got John Smith over here is clearly a pseudonym for something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the motherfucker might be the leader of some gang here. So that's why I tell that story, because we got John Smith over here.
He's leader of the Pho gang.
Right. He's leader of the Pho gang. I'm still in contact with this gentleman too, by the way. He's still here in Puerto Rico. He hasn't gotten extradited yet. And yeah. Wild how many lives he lives. You know what? I'll continue this story. The conversations that I have with him now are amazing. He has reached a level of clarity and peace. By the way, he had 2 kids. He's talking to both of his kids now. And he told us all that his kids were dead, by the way, too. And he has a mental clarity that I've never seen in my life, right? Because you imagine, you're talking about a man who was running from running for 12 years. And now finally you have the freedom. Like, he's got freedom in jail. It's kind of weird, but that's what it is. And like the way that he speaks about the things that are happening to him. By the way, he's got to go back to Canada, where his gang boys, where they're all in Canada. You know what I'm saying? So who knows he doesn't know what the hell is going to happen to him. But he's just got a peace about it, a tranquility about it. Even talking to me about the shit that goes on in the jail now. Wild. Absolutely wild. So when I talked to him about his mental clarity, I learned so much. Because we're talking about a man who's lived fucking 90 lives. Anyways, 11:30, we got to go. Check out Eli Lilly. Ozempic is doing real well. I would recommend you get some shots too if you're a little overweight. You know what I'm saying? If you need to cut down on some pounds.
Shake off some.
By the way,
holiday cheer.
he sucked in his cheeks too, by the way. So if you see the picture that we posted in the room, he had his nose done. He had some hair transplants. He sucked in his cheeks a little bit. He did his chin. You know what I'm saying? He did some shit. So he don't look like that. Spy Pop here. All right, guys. We'll see you in the steam room. All right? And we'll continue the day.
Laters.